Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
A bill to legalize the production of industrial hemp has made its way through both the State House and Senate and now awaits the governor's signature. If signed into law, the legislation will allow registered participants into a pilot project to grow hemp. That's the name typically used for varieties of the cannabis plant that produce useful fiber, but almost no THC, the psychoactive compound in marijuana that alters people's mental state. Wasilla Republican Senator Shelley Hughes introduced the bill more than a year ago after reworking legislation originally written by former Senator Johnny Ellis.
It was time to remove hemp from the marijuana statutes. There's no psychoactive impact from hemp. If you were to smoke acres and acres and acres of hemp, all you would get would be a sore throat and a cough.
Hughes says she was approached by local farmers in the Matanuska-Susitna borough looking to grow hemp, which can be used as feed and bedding for livestock, as well as material to clean up oil spills. Ember Haynes is one of those interested in growing hemp to supplement livestock feed, but Haynes and her husband also want to grow it for use in products they sell through their Talkeetna-based Silver Bear Sundries.
I just want to use Alaskan hemp.
Right now, Haynes and her husband import hemp from the lower 48 to add to their balms, salves, and other natural body products.
It's been frustrating for us just because our business is entirely made up of products that we wildcraft or grow ourselves. And so the hemp seed oil, that would just change everything for us just to, have completely Alaskan grown and made herbs and plants in our products.
Senator Hughes says she hopes that a pilot project would give the Division of Agriculture a starting point to foster a wider hemp industry in the future. Even if the bill is signed into law soon, Hughes says it's unclear if regulations will be written in time for this year's growing season. She says it's more likely that farmers could be growing industrial hemp in Alaska in 2019.
Alaska politicians disobey the feds and pass law to grow commercial hemp. Alaska is one step away from enacting a law that would legalize the regulation and production of industrial hemp, and provide for hemp pilot programs. By Rachel Blevins, March 3, 2018. Alaska is one step away from becoming the latest state to fight back against the federal government's war on nature after a bill to legalize the production of industrial hemp passed the State House and Senate and is now awaiting the governor's approval. Residents are hopeful that Governor Bill Walker will sign Senate Bill 6 into law, which would legalize the regulation and production of industrial hemp, and provide for hemp pilot programs. It would also separate hemp from the definition of marijuana, and clarify the fact that adding industrial hemp to food does not create an adulterated food product. An act relating to the regulation and production of industrial hemp, relating to industrial hemp pilot programs, providing that industrial hemp is not included in the definition of marijuana, providing that cannabidiol oil is not included in the definition of hashish oil, clarifying that adding industrial hemp to food does not create an adulterated food product, and providing for an effective date. Hemp is the product of a variety of the cannabis plant, and although it is non-psychoactive, it is still treated as a drug in the United States. However, hemp has the potential to be used in more than 25,000 products, including fibers, textiles, paper, and construction and insulation materials, which may explain why the federal government seems intent on keeping it from the public. Alaska Republican Senator Shelley Hughes told Alaska Public Media that she introduced the bill more than a year ago after she was approached by local farmers who wanted to grow hemp to use for feed and bedding for livestock and to clean up oil spills. It was time to remove hemp from the marijuana statutes. There's no psychoactive impact from hemp. If you were to smoke acres and acres and acres of hemp, all you would get would be a sore throat and a cough, Hughes said. A businesswoman seeking to grow hemp to supplement livestock feed and to use in natural body balms and salves, Ember Haynes, said she is hopeful for the new legislation because it would allow her to stay local instead of having to outsource the products she needs. I just want to use Alaska hemp, Haynes said. It's been frustrating for us, just because our business is entirely made up of products that we wildcraft or grow ourselves. And so the hemp seed oil, that would just change everything for us, to have it completely Alaska grown and made herbs and plants in our products. Alaska Cannabis Exchange owner Aaron Ralph told KTUU News that he is hopeful he will have the opportunity to legally bring his hemp business in Colorado to Alaska. Being able to grow hemp with 50,000 different uses for hemp, it is a no-brainer that we can utilize what we are growing here in some form or facet to help benefit Alaska and its economy, he said. As the Free Thought Project reported, the state of Nevada passed a new law in June that authorized the cultivation of industrial hemp for commercial purposes and the production of agricultural hemp seed. The legislation also acknowledged the role of hemp in aiding the state's flourishing cannabis industry. The law stated that Nevada will allow a facility for the production of edible marijuana products or marijuana-infused products and a medical marijuana dispensary to acquire industrial hemp from a registered grower or handler, and will also allow a facility for the production of edible marijuana products or marijuana-infused products to use industrial hemp to manufacture edible marijuana products and marijuana-infused product. Cannabis for recreational use became legal in Alaska in 2015, and it is one of several states pushing to legalize further research on the production of industrial hemp. In 2017, at least 15 states, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Hawaii, North Dakota, Nevada, New York, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming passed legislation establishing new licensing requirements and programs for hemp. While the federal government continues to demonize a natural product that could revolutionize a number of industries, it should be noted that according to the Congressional Research Service, the United States is the only developed nation that hasn't developed an industrial hemp crop for economic purposes. In contrast, farmers in more than 30 countries worldwide grow industrial hemp commercially for fiber, seed, and oil for use in a variety of industrial and consumer products, including food.
Henry Ford's first Model T was built to run on hemp gasoline, and the car itself was constructed from hemp. On his large estate, Ford was photographed among his hemp fields. The car, grown from the soil, had hemp plastic panels whose impact strength was 10 times stronger than steel. Henry Ford ran 40,000 vehicles on hemp fuel from only 10,000 acres. The emissions are what you exhale, and the next year's crop reconverts it back into oxygen. That's a natural cycle fuel. We think that our ethanol and biofuels and flex fuel systems are all the cutting edge, but biofuel development, of course, is nothing new. Way back in the 1930s, Henry Ford was hard at work in the alternative fuel sector, and in 1941 he constructed a hemp-fueled and hemp-bodied prototype car. The plastic body panels were composed of 70% cellulose fibers, including industrial strength, mixed with a resin binder, and apparently they were pretty sturdy. A guy beats on the trunk with an axe and it fails to leave a mark. Industrial hemp won't make you high, it has no THC in it, but its association with marijuana has historically been a major legal stumbling block. There's some of you that think I'm full of shit, but the actual footage of 1941 should be proof enough for you.
Amongst the thousands of products made from hemp, one of the most extraordinary is Henry Ford's plastic car. Built in 1941, it contained cellulose fibers derived from hemp, sisal, and wheat straw. The plastic was lighter than steel, yet could withstand 10 times the impact without denting.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of your news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago. And so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.